Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time, we completed the special level in World 6, and by doing so, we unlocked ourselves our final level here in the game. But before entering that final level, we made our way into the boss tent, unlocking ourselves the Bronze Yoshi, and also, the Silver Yoshi. And with the help of Silver Yoshi, we're making our way back to the boss tent, and taking out the remaining 4 bosses here. Starting things off, we have Big Montgomery Round 3. This is our final time we have to fight Big Montgomery in the game. I mentioned the last time we fought Big Montgomery back in World 5. I mentioned back there that this is our final encounter with Big Montgomery. We won't have to fight him again. Yeah, I wasn't really counting the boss tent, so after the boss tent is cleared out, then we don't have to see Big Montgomery ever again. Him and Notwing will both finally be taken care of. We won't have to see either one of those two once this boss tent is all completed. But we just want to go ahead and be very careful here. I'm going to go ahead and just bounce on Big Montgomery's head. That'll be the safest way to avoid taking damage. Going to wait for Big Montgomery to come out here from the ground. Unfortunately, kind of missed my ground pound, so he's going to come back from the background, stomp back around the foreground, and then try to hit me once again from down below. But I'm going to go ahead and ground pound him this time and collect my beads from doing so, and now I just gotta wait this one out. So all these snowballs are coming down. Just gonna do my very best to dodge all that. Big Montgomery's gonna stomp back down once again, but now I just go ahead and just wait this out and hit him one more time, and that'll be the end of this fight. I almost thought for a second I was gonna be clipped from that ice, but luckily I wasn't hit. So let's ground pound Big Montgomery one more time and get our yarn. So long, Big Montgomery. We don't have to deal with you anymore. I like how Silver Yoshi just kind of blends in with the background because the white from this Yoshi is very similar to the white they use for the background. It's a nice touch. Now let's go ahead and tackle Sniffbird the Unfeelings rematch. Honestly, out of all the boss fights, this is probably one of the hardest ones because of how fast Sniffbird moves. So we gotta be very careful in this boss fight. I'll probably want to take things very slow and just be more on the defense side than the offense. So in the beginning here, I'm gonna just try to collect as many eggs from the Shy Guys that will spawn as possible. So I'm gonna just grab this Shy Guy, move, and I didn't get the other Shy Guy, and I actually took a hit too, which is the worst outcome. But it's not too big of a deal. I can just be careful here. Grab me some more Shy Guys. Don't get hit into the spikes. That'd be terrible. Gonna do my best here to dodge. Throw 3 eggs here to stun Sniffbird. And let's go ahead and ground pound him. Now, on to phase 2 of the fight. This here, we gotta be very careful of all the spikes come from the background because the hit detection here is a little wonky on these things. So you could swear you're not close enough to one of those spikes and still get hurt. So we're just gonna be very careful here. Oh, that was a little too close for comfort. Honestly, I should not be living, but here we are. Let's just go ahead and throw some more eggs at Sniffbird. Get our second hit in, and now time for phase 3. Phase 3 here, hopefully we shouldn't be in for too long because I do have a set of eggs to go into the fight. So if I get my timing just right, we should be taking out Sniffbird immediately. There we go, we got our 3 shots in immediately, so let's go ahead and ground pound it one more time, and that's the boss fight. That was a lot better than I expected, to be honest. I honestly expected to get hit there a lot more. But luckily, that was not the case, and saving those 3 eggs for the final phase made that fight a lot easier. So there you go. Sniffbird's down, meaning that we only have 2 more bosses left in the boss tent. So now with Sniffbird defeated, let's go ahead and fight Notwing the Koopa one more time. This is definitely the hardest fight against Notwing just because of how fast he moves. But the worst part about this fight is that the bullet bills that he shoots out move at different speeds. The red bullet bills move at their normal speed, but the black bullet bills he shoots out move at super speed. So you'll see here later in the fight that dodging certain bullets are just going to be next to impossible with how fast they move. Sometimes you're just better off taking the hit if you have the health. So here I'm going to just play it a little safe because I can go ahead and grab one of the bullets, but at the same time, I should also be careful not to get hit from them because of how fast they're moving. Here I'm just going to go ahead and grab another egg. Go ahead, get my shot ready, and tie up the launcher. That way I can go ahead, hit Notwing, and there we go. Phase 3 of the fight. This is definitely the hardest portion of the fight to dodge, because look at how fast these bullets move. It's insane. They move so quick in that phase, and I don't blame anyone for getting hit there, because that is just insanely fast. We gotta be very careful here. Wait for Notwing to stomp down. Now let's just go ahead and throw another yarn ball as launcher. Stomp on the Notwing stomach one more time, and that's the boss fight. Let's collect our yarn and get out of here. That was our final time we had to encounter Notwing, so just like Monty Mole, no more repeat boss fights. I'm so happy. No more repeats makes me a happy Yoshi. Time for our final boss here. Let's rematch Baby Bowser. Baby Bowser is one of the fights you have to be really careful with, because just like the proper fight we had at the end of World 6, this is a 2-phase fight. So this is phase 1, and here I'm going to take things very safe in the beginning, and I'm going to get a full set of eggs here before I even attack Bowser for the first time. Simply because for hits 2 and 3 in this fight, I want to hit him as fast as I can, so just having all these extra eggs is just insurance. And out of all 3 of the hits, hit number 1 is the easiest to get eggs. So I recommend just getting as much eggs here, and then just saving these for hits 2 and 3. But, like I said, this is a 2-phase boss fight. But we only have 10 hearts, so we have to be very careful here. Your health does not refill itself in between phases. So we have 3 hits to our name for both phase 1 and 2 of this boss fight. Hence why we have to be as careful as we are, because if we die at phase 2, we have to repeat this phase of the fight. And we don't want to do that, so I'm going to play things here extra careful, especially with how fast this fire moves. That's why I wanted these extra eggs. That way we can attack Bowser immediately. Now Bowser's going to be stomping around. Once he's out of that third stomp, I'm going to go ahead and stomp on him. This will get us to phase 2. Didn't realize there was still a bead there I needed to collect. I need to get all those beads to activate phase 2, and I could not see the final one under Bowser's snout. That was a little awkward. But here we go, phase 2 of the fight. This is real fast, as you can see, so we're going to play this one pretty safe. Gotta be very careful of that fire because it moves very quick. I'm going to wait here for Bowser to get ready to slap, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my yarn. If I didn't do that, then Bowser would have slapped me immediately, and that wouldn't have been good. So here, I'm going to just go ahead and jump into this launcher to get Bowser confused. And I'm going to take out the yarn behind him. So let's just go ahead and throw some yarn balls here. Try to get as much of this yarn destroyed as we can. Take some hits here, unfortunately, but it's not really that big of a deal because I have more than enough health. But now, we got him mad, so let's get into the launcher and wait this out. These yarn balls come down really fast, so I highly recommend just sitting on one of these launchers and waiting things out. Bowser's a little confused, so let's go ahead and take that confusion and just work with it. Throw our eggs as fast as we can here. I can't believe I actually hit that yarn. That's surprising. We got one more to hit, and there you go. He is down. That's the boss tent cleared since he was our final fight. We did it. Now, the boss tent actually has a different end screen for this fight. As you can see, we actually get a victory animation for Yoshi here. We didn't get this after we beat 6-8 simply because that led us straight to our final cutscene and then the credits. Here on the other hand, there are no cutscenes to watch, so we get a victory screen. But there you go. That was our final set of yarn collected and the final boss defeated here in the boss tent. And by doing so, we knit back together Gold Yoshi. I like gold, and I like me some gold Yoshi. So let's just go ahead and leave the boss tent and take a look at our golden Yoshi. Would you look at that, gold Yoshi's right out in front. Let's go ahead and swap to him. And now with gold Yoshi on our side, we have one more thing left to do in this game. And that's to complete our final level here that we unlocked after collecting every flower in the game. This here is Star S, the wonderful world of wool. Jumping on into things here, we can choose any badge and it's the hidden items. Yes, even for our final level, we're picking this badge because I want to 100% this with ease. And picking this badge always makes things easier, so I'm picking it. So, wonderful world of wool here for a final level you get after collecting every single flower in the game. This is a really good level. This here has chunks of every single world that you visited in the game. We have sections here from each respectful world. So this here, the windmill section, this is to represent one of the levels in World 1. And you're going to be seeing this scene throughout the whole level. It's really, really good in my opinion. I just love what they do here. And honestly, this level is kind of a gauntlet because the biggest problem it has is that there are no checkpoints here. So if you die at all, you're repeating the whole level. I want to do my very best not to die. As soon as I say that, I'm almost attacked. That would have been great. But yeah, I want to do my very best not to die here because I'll have to recollect everything from the very beginning. And we don't want to do that, so let's be very, very careful. Now we're into the World 2 section here, which is very reminiscent of the desert levels we ran into. And there's a lot of fireballs being shot at us, so we can take some of the hits. And I want to go ahead and just be kind of careful here as soon as I say that I get hit. I was needing to get that yarn, but that didn't really work out in my favor. But here we got a hidden cloud, revealing ourselves a flower, so I definitely want to get that. Gonna grab me an egg here before we leave. But let's go ahead and make our way into the World 3 section. This section here is very reminiscent of some of the sky levels we ran into in World 3. And I'll just mention this now because this is one of my favorite portions of this level in general, but the music in this level is so good. Each different section we go into has its own separate theme, but all the songs here are really good and very catchy. I'm a big fan of this final level. For a reward that you get for getting all the flowers, I really like what they did here. It's a cool throwback to every world basically you play through in the whole game. Not just that, but it does still give you a good amount of challenge. This is not an easy level by any means. There's still a lot here that could be very punishing. As I mentioned earlier, there's no checkpoints. So just like every other special level, this could take you a while on a first playthrough because of the lack of checkpoints. So we want to be very careful not to take too many hits here, because I do want to beat this level with all 20 hearts. And if I take too many hits, I won't have my chance to get 20 hearts. So you want to be very, very careful. Now we're entering into the World 4 section, which is reminiscent of some of the river stuff we dealt with back in World 4. In particular, the auto-scroller on the raft. So we gotta be very careful here because there's gonna be a lot of stuff they throw at us. So we want to be careful not to get blindsided by anything. I'm gonna go ahead and throw an egg straight up there and throw an egg into the fish's mouth because I do not want to deal with you. And I'm gonna wait this one out a little bit here because now we got more sections of just nothing, but we do have some piranha plants falling from the sky. Definitely want to go ahead and eat those guys up immediately, giving me some more eggs. Here I'm going to go ahead and throw an egg straight forward because doing so will give me a flower, which is good. That was very close. I honestly thought I was going to get eaten there for a second. That wouldn't have been good. Or at least clipped by the edge of the fish. That section there looks really goofy. The fish is falling down from the river up above. It doesn't look right. It definitely looks like that fish is not supposed to be there. But there you go. That was the World 4 section down. And now we're into the World 5 section, which is reminiscent of the Ice Fortress in World 5. Want to be very careful here because of this ice. It's very easy to slip and slide into an enemy's mouth. Let's do our very best to avoid just getting munched on by piranha plants. I definitely don't want that to happen. Gonna go ahead and grab these penguins whenever they fall from the sky so I can go ahead and use them to kill these piranha plants. I can use my eggs as well, but they only tie up the piranha plants. Spitting one of these penguins into a piranha immediately will kill them. So that's much better in my opinion. I'm gonna be very careful here. Almost got eaten by that piranha plant. That wouldn't have been fun. But spit out that penguin so I don't have to deal with him anymore. And that's that. That's one of the harder sections to get all the collectibles because if you miss them, that's it. You gotta replay the whole level to get them again. Now we're into our World 6 section here, which is reminiscent of some of the lava levels that we run into in World 6. But here, we also have Kamek making his reappearance. So, gonna wait for Kamek to go ahead and shoot out this wall. And now, get back on the Poochie. Poochie is our key to getting through this level. So we gotta be very careful here, because one wrong move and we fall in the lava. So Poochie, please don't let me die. I'm counting on you. I'm gonna go ahead and get Poochie to jump into the lava. And then I'm gonna make him come back over to the left so we can get ourselves some yarn. Come back over here to the right, Poochie, so I can go ahead and jump on you. This section, honestly, would probably be good if you swapped over to the Immunity Lava Badge because of just how risky it is here. So, honestly, this is probably the best time to swap badges and then just leave it on, the Immunity to Fire and Lava. I'm going to be very careful here because I do not want to take a hit. There are no more hearts in this level, so if I take any more hits, then that's it. So, I got to be very careful, but that's it. We made it. We got through that section unscathed, so now let's jump into this launcher and shoot over the moon, giving ourselves the final flower in the game. I love that shot so much. It's very triumphant. It just looks really nice too. But falling down from space, basically, we're climbing down some rainbows, collecting ourselves some more beads, and this will have our final set of Miiverse beads, and more importantly, the final piece of wool. Now you may be wondering, I said that was the final set of beads. We're at 19 of 20. We don't have them all. That's simply because we got one more cloud to hit. And this reveals a message for us. Yoshi. Or in my case, the Y is a little screwed up because I got that a little early. But the Iron Yoshi gives you your final Miiverse stamp. And that's all the stamps collected in the whole game. We got everything unlocked now, so Poochie, take us to victory. Gotta just go ahead and jump up this little hill. And up ahead is our final goal ring. Maybe we can get a bonus? I'll ring between the two. I don't really need it, but it would have been nice to close out on. It's fine. In all honesty, our real reward here is winning the level with Poochie. But we did it. We got all 20 hearts, all 5 flowers, all 5 Wonder Wool, and all 20 stamp beads. We have 100% completed Yoshi's Woolly World. We did it! Celebrate, Yoshi, and you too, Poochie. I know you want to dance. Come on, Poochie. Poochie, don't leave me hanging. He's leaving me hanging. Alright, fine, we're leaving. Poochie, why you leave me hanging? So, for collecting all of the Wonder Wool here in Star S, we knit together our final Yoshi of the game. But more importantly, we also got 1,110 stamp patches. Now we got all the stamps in the game. Neat. Can't use them on anything. Speaking of can't using, everything's free when you beat the game. Oh, that couldn't have come at a worse time. There were no more levels to play, so everything free is completely worthless. You know what's not worthless? Shiny Platinum Yoshi. You know you're truly 100% a game when you get a shiny Platinum status. This is a weird looking Yoshi because it kind of just looks like a milk Yoshi, if you want to be honest. It's white with like pure white dots on it. It's weird looking. Like, it's a cool Yoshi design, but I don't know. I kind of like the gold Yoshi design more. I think that's honestly a better reward for going out of your way and collecting things. The shiny Platinum Yoshi, you more or less just want to have for collecting's sake. But that was it. We cleared every level, and we got stars in all of them. So if I pause the game now and I hit World List, it's kind of weird that this is the final episode of Let's Play, and this is the first time we're taking a look at this feature. But yeah, this is our tally screen basically, so we can see everything we have here. So as you can see, we got all the Yoshis unlocked. We don't have everything in the Scrap Theater, but that's not that big of a deal because the Scrap Theater is more or less just an enemy list, and that doesn't really count for 100% sake. And same thing for the music. Again, not very important for 100% sake, and we'll be taking a look at that stuff in a bonus episode. But we got everything in the boss tent. We cleared out the Star S level, and we cleared out every world, 100%ing every level that we come in contact with. Well, that was it. We did it. We cleared out everything, we saved all the Yoshis, and we did it in style. So with that said, thank you everyone for watching this Let's Play. It's been a very fun ride. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and join me in a bonus episode where we take a look at a lot of extra and cut content in Yoshi's Woolly World. I'll see you guys next time.